So good evening, good evening. We're back again, and it's another collab. I'm bringing you collab after collab after collab. I'm actually more consistent than Arsenal's form at the moment. But welcome to the channel, Leeds United fan, big Leeds United fan, Kagey.
Kagey, yeah, there
Yes,
we go.
I got it right. I got it right. Welcome, bro. Hope you're good.
Yeah, man, all good, man. How's everyone in the chat doing? How you feeling
Chat
about
room
tomorrow,
as well,
people?
man.
Yeah,
They're welcome
Turkish,
as
big up
always.
Turkish.
Big up Turkish, real one. What are you saying about tomorrow, Turkish? What are you thinking? It could get a bit messy, innit? But before we get into to delving deep into tomorrow's game, let me ask you, like obviously you support Leeds, hence why you're here, and we got you tomorrow. But I wanted to get your thoughts on Bielsa first and foremost, because I put something out there the other day, and I said basically he's just another Unai Emery. We'll score 4, you'll score 3, yeah. But sometimes we won't score 4, yeah, and we'll only score 2, but you'll still score. And that's how, for me personally, I wasn't being muggy or disrespectful, because listen, he's a good manager and he plays great football, yeah.
Yeah.
But you haven't got the players. Like if he was at Man City, he'd walk the title. Yeah, that's how I see him. I think he's that kind of manager. But for me, I look at it and I think like sometimes you have to adapt your system sometimes, and Emery didn't really do that at times. What are your thoughts on Bielsa? Like, do you think he is like top class?
Yeah. I mean, with Bielsa, the best way I can put it to you is that we've been out of the league for 16 years, out of the Premier League for 16 years, and within a 2-year span, he made myself and I can speak for others here fall back in love with the club. The way he's changed the methods of training, the players. You're talking about. I know that you're comparing him to Emery, but I don't think Emery could go to a team that finished 15th in the Championship and make their players viable Premier League players. So that's where I see the difference in his coaching methods are obviously working, because a lot of the players that you'll see tomorrow finish 15th in the league. One of them, Matthias Klick, was out on loan in Holland. He wasn't even a thought for Leeds United at the time. He come back in under Bielsa and he's become a key player for us. And that's the difference between him and Unai Emery. Yes, the one way of playing hurts sometimes, but it's been successful more times than not. And the 2 losses that we've had recently against Leicester and Palace, there were circumstances behind both. The last one especially, we had 2 key players missing, and when you take out Calvin Phillips and Rodrigo, we don't have like-for-like replacements to slot in their places. So it's going to hurt us a bit more than if, say, Liverpool lose Salah and then they can slot in Firmino or Jota. So that's what's going to happen to us. I think that we'll finish around 10th or 11th this year. And that's purely because I do think that we'll win more than we'll lose. But when we do lose, we might lose 3-0, 4-1 sometimes. That's just the way it happens for us. But we'll also, like we've done, win 3-0 ourselves. And that's the difference.
I make you right. I do think you'll stay up. I genuinely, and I think you'll stay up quite comfortably. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You'll lose.
But I'll give you the example on that, is that if Bielsa wasn't here, say he left tomorrow and we got in Tony Pulis, I think that I think with the players that we've got, we'd get relegated, because everything would change. The training methods would change. The players' bodies would change. The way that we work would change. And that's where I'd be worried if we got another manager in tomorrow that isn't Bielsa.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because my uncle and my cousin both support Leeds. And my uncle used to go home and away. He's not been for a few years now, but he used to go home and away back in the day. And like when I was growing up, Leeds were always like they were pretty decent when you had Viduka and all them ones, Alan Smith, Gary Kelly, was it? Yeah, like was it Gary Kelly?
Harry Kewell as well.
Mate, you had a bad boy. I remember you cost us a title, bro.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
You were a decent team back then, and when you had O'Leary, mate, boy, you just elevated. Yeah. And Champions League semis, and do you know what? I'll never forget. Yeah, like when people mention Leeds to me, I know I'm going to sound like a right prick saying this. Yeah, when people mention Leeds United to me, there's 2 things that come up. Yeah, I always think in my head, David O'Leary. The second one is Alan Smith crying. Yeah, when you got relegated. Right. Yeah, because that was a big moment. Yeah, and I was shocked he went to Man United, like being a Leeds player and the rivalry between you guys, Leeds and Man. I was shocked. I mean, listen, if Man U come knocking, it's hard to say no, especially then. But the history of him being at Leeds was a big thing. But You know,
And in all fairness, as well, with Alan Smith, is he wanted to go to Man United, and also we needed that money. We was on the verge of going out of business. So for me, I don't care where. I'm not one of these people that when they leave Leeds, I care about where they go after. These are players that have got careers and everything else like that. He wants to go to Man United, go to Man United. It's not our problem anymore. We needed that money to stay afloat, so I had no issue with that.
Who was your chairman then? Was it Ken Bates? Was it?
No. At that time,
Ridsdale.
it was probably Krasner, one of the administrators, I think.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
by then the books were cooked. I mean, we were in so much debt when we got
Who
relegated.
do you blame for that? Did you
Ridsdale?
blame O'Leary?
No. I didn't want O'Leary to get sacked, and I remember at the time saying, "Why have we sacked O'Leary? We finished fifth, and I know that meant we finished outside the Champions League, but he was fine for us." And then we got people like Terry Venables and stuff. It was Peter Ridsdale. He kept spending the money when we didn't need to spend it. At the time, we had like 6 strikers on the books, like Alan Smith, Robbie Fowler, Robbie Keane, Viduka, Michael Bridges. It was getting ridiculous. We were spending money on Seth Jobson and giving him more money than he asked for. That's where the problems came in.
It's mad that it's taken you so long to get back, though. Oh, shit, I nearly dropped me Mac. It's mad that it's taken you so long to get back. Like, I know you came close to season before, and it kind of fell away towards the end, didn't it? But Leeds are a massive football club, man. Leeds is a wicked night out as well. Yeah, like, and you know what? You're one of these clubs that you're very similar. Like, again, it's going to sound very different, dodgy comparison, but you're very similar to me growing up. You're like a Sheffield Wednesday. Even though you've gone down, your followers, your fans, they still go in their droves. 30,000 fans every week. It's mad.
Yeah.
And that shows how loyal the fans are, because I think that if Arsenal got relegated, it'd be empty, bruv. I mean, it's a library as it is. It'd be even more quiet.
Well, I'll tell you certainly when we went down, and the reason why it took so long to get back up, and poor leadership, poor recruitment didn't help. But also when we got players that were half decent or were good players, the badge would get too heavy for them. You know, it's everyone's cup final in the Championship and League One where you're playing Leeds United. Everyone puts in that extra effort, and you can see it. You'll always hear a stat, oh, he hasn't scored in 20 games. All of a sudden, he's getting 2 against Leeds, or, you know, a team lost 5 in a row, and then they'll come to Leeds and put on a performance like Barcelona. And some of the players crumbled under it, because the Leeds fans, when you're in that stadium, if you lose the ball too many times, you'll hear the groans. So what you can get away with, say, a Reading or a team like that, you can't get away with that Leeds United, and it was heavy for some players. So that's that was one reason why we didn't come up. But a lot of it was just due to poor recruitment in the Championship.
No, it's true. I make you right, mate. Listen, it's great to have Leeds back in the league, man. Seriously, like, even though you cost us a title, I'm not salty. but no, massive clubs deserve to be in the top league. It's as simple as that. And
yeah.
Like, with all due respect to the Burnleys of this world, I mean, come on. Yeah, they've obviously run their ship a little bit better than Leeds have over the years, hence why they've got up and stayed up for so long. But, you know, Leeds United are a huge footballing club in this country, not just in the last 20 years or 30, but we're going back a long, long time. Like, your rivalry with Chelsea stems back from the 70s, bruv. Like, it's mad. And some of the players you had back then in the 70s is ridiculous. So Leeds are a massive football club, man. I'm so chuffed you're back. Honestly, I'm buzzing that Leeds are back, man. Hopefully you stay up. I think you will. I think it's quite comfortable.
I think we will. I think we'll be more than okay, man. Definitely.
What are your thoughts going into this game tomorrow? Because obviously we're not great, are we? And we're Park the Bus FC at the moment. And it's kind of mad, because I was watching Tottenham against Man City earlier, and anybody who's watched this channel for a while knows that I wanted Jose Mourinho. Yeah, for me, he would have been perfect. Like, come in, drop a player, no players too big. I mean, today Gareth Bale was due to come on. Alderweireld gets injured, he sits Bale back down. Yeah, Gareth Bale. Like, and Bale started laughing, and he took it the right way. Fair play to him. But you know, it's just, I just look at Jose and I think, like, everyone at Arsenal, or a lot of Arsenal fans, didn't want Jose because of the Park the Bus football. And then I look at what we're doing with Arteta, and then I look at how expensive they are. I know they did it today, but it's Man City coming to your patch. He had to do it. Yeah, you go toe to toe with them, they kill you. Yeah.
Well, we got a 1-1 draw against them, going toe to toe. But I know what you mean. I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
no, well, yeah, you did. Do you know what? You were very unlucky in that game, in fact.
Yeah.
Because you could have won that. I watched you against in the opening game against Liverpool, and Rodrigo
Yeah.
gave the penalty away right near the end. You should have
Yeah.
won that as well.
Well, I don't know about win. I would have settled for a draw because Liverpool were piling on in the last 10
Hmm.
minutes. So it was an onslaught coming towards the end. But yeah, I know. It was just naive. It was like his first game. He was nervous and stuck a leg out and but in what you said about Mourinho, man, he wouldn't have gone to Arsenal because I don't know, and I don't watch every show week in, week out because I like to come in when I knew that I was coming on, I like to come in without hearing stuff that you've already said. So for me, Mourinho wouldn't have come in because Arteta is just a better spoken version of Ali Solskjaer to me. I think he's a puppet for the board. And I don't know if you, and I don't mean that disrespectfully because, this isn't my club, but it's just from what I see from the
No,
outside.
bruv, don't hold back, mate. Most of the chat room agree with you.
Right. Well, it's just like the Ozil thing. It's quite clear with how he talks about Ozil that wasn't his decision. And the board are making him say that it is his decision just to make him look like he's in charge. He also said that he was being backed by the board. It's quite clear he wasn't because the board and the board played you guys, the Arsenal fans, I should say, very well. The Thomas Partey thing they did on deadline day, and just so that you'd be satisfied that you got one of the two out of Partey and OR, when really you should have been going for two. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They played it well because they knew by deadline day you guys would just be relieved that you got a new player in, and
Exactly.
a lot and it just feels like it just feels like a lot of your fans fell hook, line, and sinker for that.
Mate, I said that, I don't know if you see the tweets. I was on a rant when Tottenham were winning earlier. I just went back to back to back tweets, and it was like, I'm not surprised at the way our fans act because they kept Arsene Wenger in a job for, give him another go, whilst watching that lot in West London, winning title, winning Champions Leagues, winning Europa Leagues, winning cups, dominating for 15 years, going, I'll give Wenger another go. No. Now, our fans are still sitting there saying Tottenham are irrelevant. Why are we talking about Mourinho? Why are we talking? Well, they're not irrelevant, are they?
No.
And the thing that winds me up with it is when Jose got that job, I think he got it 4 games before Arteta got the job here. I think they were above us. When we went into the North London derby against them, they were below us. Yeah, and everyone was, they're below us. He's washed up, blah, blah, blah. They're shit. And he beat us and finished above us. Now he's gone out and spent less money this summer. Yeah, albeit he got more players. I think he bought 5 players for about 60 odd million quid. We spent around 80-ish. They added Cedric and Marie into that, albeit Cedric was free. But he plugged every gap. And then the masterstroke he's done this season is drop Harry Kane from being an out-and-out striker into being a number 10. Because that guy is a fucking good footballer, mate. Yeah, Harry Kane is
world-class. He's world-class.
Yeah. World-class, but he's got a world-class mentality and a world-class brain on him as well, a footballing brain. Yeah. And when you've got the likes of Son, Bale, Bergwijn all running in front of you, the amount of assists ain't a surprise to me because I think he's got 9 already this season. He could well break the record this season. Yeah. And I'm worried they're going to win a title, mate. I really am. And do you know what? If he does win the title, every single Arsenal fan that didn't want him should deactivate their accounts. Yeah, but they won't. They'll come up with some excuse about, it was a tainted title because there was no fans there, or, we didn't want him, he's classed this, he'll fuck the club in 2 years. Like that kind of crap. And it's like, I just look at it and I think, I'm a little bit older than a lot of these people that tweet this crap, right? I've seen proper Arsenal, man. I've seen us win title. I want to see that again. You know, a lot of these people just want to slag off every club, make out we're great. And the fact and reality is they're not irrelevant, they're not shit, and he ain't washed up. They're fucking good and they're in the title race.
Yeah. And with Arsenal, you just mentioned there about the being great and everything else like that. What I'm finding is that as the years are ticking by and those years are fading away, the mediocrity just seems to be settled for now. Whereas I'm always hearing the comparisons between yourselves and Liverpool at this stage, which is for me ridiculous anyway, because there's many reasons, but let's just go for a couple. Emile Smith-Rowe had a great loan spell at Huddersfield this past year, 6 months. If that was Liverpool, they would have cashed in on him by now, 15, 20 million. So he'd be gone. Right now, I don't know what he's doing if he's injured or whatever, but he's not even playing for you guys. You did very well to get 35 million for Iwobi. Well done for that. But there's other people as well that are in your team right now for me, that should be out on loan or sold. People like Reece Nelson, Joe Willock, Eddie Nketiah. These are players that shouldn't be people that you want to be ushered in your team. They should be out on loan gaining experience. You know what I mean? That's the difference between where you used to be and where you are now. And the recruitment as well. I always hear that you guys don't spend money. You do spend money. You just spent it very badly.
Mate, we spent 100 million on Tierney and Pepe. Pepe can't get a game for playing Tierney at centre back.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about Pepe in a minute actually, because I got my thoughts on him. But the recruitment is just like Man United. You just seem to spend a lot of money on one person without it being a positional need. I've seen Leicester spend well, Wolves spend well, Tottenham spend well, and they filled in the position. Everton as well, they did very well in the transfer market. But you guys, you've got like 8 centre backs for some reason, and I don't know why. What is that about?
Do you know what it is? We got into a position where we spent 35 million quid on Mustafi, and even that. I mean, when Mustafi first came in, yeah, our fans were sitting there because he was the partner with Koscielny and calling it Kostafi. I mean, that's how cringe our fans are, mate. Like Kostafi. And they went 20 games. Mustafi's first 20 games, I think he didn't lose a game. So everyone's going, we've got the centre-back partnership. But this is how reactionary and how dumb and deluded our fans are, right? That we've seen this story a million times before and it all comes crashing down. So Mustafi's 35 million. We're paying him 100 grand a week. He's down to the last year of his contract this summer just gone. He ain't going anywhere. Why is he going to leave? He's going to sit on that nice little contract and he's going to go, boy, I can leave for free and get a signing on fee next year, which is probably what's going to happen. We then got Socrates for 18 million quid. I thought he'd done all right under Emery in the first 8 months, 6 months of the first season Emery had. He then got injured a couple of times and he's never been back since. We've then got David Luiz, which, I mean, that's just a disgrace. Like, it's a joke, right? And then we give him a new contract because we only gave him a year with an option of a second. So that was Arteta's doing. He gave him that second year. He said, yo, I want him. Yeah. We've then signed Gabriel, fantastic centre-back.
Yeah.
Top class. I'm not going to get carried away. I've seen it with Mustafi. So again, come March, April time, I might have a different view. But right now, he's been flawless, mate. Yeah. We've then signed Pablo Marie, which was just one of the weirdest signings we've ever signed. I don't get it. He got a deal, came in on loan, then he got a deal. And it was just a case of, oh, yeah, we just signed someone to shut him up. Same with Cedric. Yeah. So there's 3 of Arteta's signings, really. He signed Luiz, he signed Cedric, he signed Marie, he signed Gabriel. There's 4, all defensive signings, yeah. And I just look at it and I think, like, Callum Chambers should have gone out. Not good enough. Rob Holding, I mean, what he was doing with Jack Grealish the other day, it was just like they were doing a salsa, bruv. Like, let's have a little fucking 2-step and all. I'm like, what are you doing? He should have gone out. You know, not good enough. He could have gone on loan to Newcastle. We gazumped that and said, nah, not happening. And I look at our centre-backs and I think, like, the only decent centre-back out of the lot of them is Gabriel. Yeah. And we've got 7. We've got Mavropanos. I mean, he's on loan in Germany, I think. I mean, he's never going to make it. What's the fucking point? Just sell him. You know, even if you get £1 million quid back in, it's covered the cost of what you've paid him over the last year or so, or 2 years or whatever he's been here, yeah? But then, for me, I think that our midfield's a bigger issue than defence because Mustafi, I thought, was our best centre-back last season. You know, watching him consistently week in, week out. He had a couple of fuck-ups, like one at Stamford Bridge and a couple along the way here and there. But I actually thought he weren't bad. But then you see David Luiz, like one week he looks brilliant, the next week he looks shit. Yeah, there's no consistency. And, you know, Callum Chambers, I thought he was playing all right until he got a nasty injury. And now he's not been back yet. He's only just come back into training. So I think we've been a bit unlucky with injuries in that position. But at the same time, if you get rid of Marie, you get rid of Callum Chambers, Holding, Mustafi, Socrates, add all that money up, you can go and buy a fucking Don, bruv, and put him next to We've got Saliba, who can't even get a fucking game.
Yeah, I mean, and also the thing with Maitland-Niles, and unlike Emile Smith-Rowe, whose hype probably died down a bit now, Ainsley is still getting an England team, so he'll still have value. But if you weren't going to play him, why not just sell him? Because you've already got Cedric and Bellerin, and if Arteta prefers those two, just let him go. Just let him move on, and you get some money, and invest it elsewhere where you need it in the team. That doesn't make sense. But for me, I mean, you as an outsider looking at Arsenal, there's more questions than answers with Arteta in just how he manages, because you speak about the non-negotiables and all that, but if William starts tomorrow, he's kind of going against what he's been talking about with his discipline and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see your team tomorrow, because I know you got a couple of your main midfielders out too.
Yeah, Party's out, but just coming back to William, if William starts that game tomorrow, I'm gonna have a meltdown, bruv. Yeah, like real talk, yeah, because he took the piss.
Yeah.
Just think, right? I don't know whether you've been furloughed. I don't know whether you can work or whatever. Yeah, that's none of my business, right? But there's millions of people in this country that idolize these footballers. Yeah, there's millions of people in this country that have lost their job, lost loved ones. Yeah, maybe had COVID themselves. Yeah, maybe are struggling financially, had to cancel their Sky so they can't watch the games. Yeah, because of all of that. And this fucker goes and gets on a plane to go and fucking do all of that with Salt Bay. Like, you're taking the piss. But if you're spot on what you just said, if he starts that game tomorrow, yeah, I'm going in on Arteta, mate, because everything he said when he first came into this football club hinges on whether he starts tomorrow now. Because if he doesn't, if he's not in the squad tomorrow, which is what I'm expecting, I don't want him in the squad. You punish him, you kick him out the squad for 2 or 3 games, and you say, you're taking the piss, you sit down. Now Pepe comes in. What I'm worried about is if he does do that and Pepe goes in and maybe gets a goal here and there, that he's going to get binned off again as soon as he puts William. And that's what he's been doing. Like,
well, he set his own precedent, hasn't he, with how he handled Guendouzi? He's already punished him. So why would it be one rule for Guendouzi and another one for William, who's flown out to Dubai? And it also shows you as well that, is Arteta really that authoritative when you've got a player that does that? Because I can't see anyone from Tottenham doing that to Mourinho. Not even Dele Alli in the position he's in. I don't see him flying out to Dubai and defying Mourinho like that. So again, it's another question, isn't it? How authoritative is Arteta? The fights happen, but again, you've got a mole. You've got a mole in your camp. Just like with the Ozil thing, Ozil was the only one that was exposed as the one that didn't participate in dropping money, but there's another 2. You know what I mean?
I think Socrates was one of them that didn't take a pay cut. I think Socrates was one. I wouldn't be surprised if Guendouzi was the other. Yeah, because then that would kind of make sense. But just coming back to Guendouzi real quick, and the way you said about managing players and stuff, bruv, his man management's in the gutter, like literally in the gutter. You know, if you look at the way Saka and Tierney built up a partnership down that left, he played Saka every minute of every game. He signs a contract, bench. Well, why? They were doing all right. You know, he puts Tierney at Anfield, right? He puts Tierney at centre-back to play Maitland-Niles at left wing-back, when we've got a centre-back Gabriel on the bench. And it's like, didn't we buy Gabriel to play in these kinds of games to make us a bit more competitive? But then our fans sit there and go, oh, well, we were in the game until 86 minutes when they then scored their third. Well, we weren't, though, were we? They were taking the piss walking around the pitch. You know, Thomas Partey's been brilliant since he's come in. But again, like I see a stat yesterday that he was only ever out injured for 2 weeks at Atletico Madrid. Right. He's been here 5 minutes and now he's going to be out for about 2 weeks. Okay, you know, so how has that happened? Because yes, our league's a bit more physical. I get that. It's a bit more intense. But he's playing in a team full of hard working runners. That all do their jobs. They don't slack. And if you look at his stats for distance covered at Atletico, it's more than it is here. So how has he done that little thigh strain and injury? There's something not quite right in training for me.
Also with Arteta as well. I know Lacazette gets hammered a lot, and right, so with the chances he misses and everything. But Lacazette knows, just like everybody else, if he hasn't scored in 60 minutes, he's coming off for Nketiah every single time. It's just one of those standard substitutions that he does almost every game, and that can't be any good for someone like Lacazette.
Exactly, mate. I can't remember the last time Lacazette finished 3 straight games. That's embarrassing. But at the same time, I said this the other week. I was like, no, Lacazette, if you're a striker and you start the first 3 games of this league, this season, and you score in all 3 of them, why the fuck you drop the 4th? Again, piss poor man management, especially when after that 4th, is an international break and you're not going to play for France. Then when we come back from that, the first game is Man City away and he sticks Willian up front. Bruv, we played with no striker. People want to sit here and tell me I'm a rat, bruv, yeah, if I don't back this guy. If this was Wenger doing this, or this was Emery doing this, they'd want him out.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the hype around this manager, bruv, I never wanted him. I ain't backing him. He can fuck himself. Yeah. I never want us to lose. Never. Yeah. I never want us to lose. I ain't backing him. Yeah. I don't want him. And he will fuck this club. And I'll tell you something, right? We've got you tomorrow. We've got Wolves next Sunday. And then we've got Tottenham. Yeah. 3 really hard games against 3 really fucking good managers and really good teams. Yeah. That play decent football, but can also mix it up. We see today with Jose, park the bus work perfect. When we park the bus, we get slapped 3-0. Like, do you know what I'm saying? You know, they're creating chances. Their guy came off the bench, Lo Celso, 30 seconds, he scores.
Yeah.
You know, when we bring a sub on, like you say, it's Eddie and Nketiah. Yeah, it's not going to impact the game. And I wanted to ask you about Eddie. Obviously, he played for you, and I wouldn't be surprised if somehow in Arteta's pea brain, he goes, oh, maybe he's got a point to prove. What did you make of him at Leeds?
Well, I'll tell you this: at championship level, Eddie fit in like a glove. When he got minutes, he looked great in that league because, obviously, being at the Arsenal academy, he'll have a better thinking brain than, say, players at Luton Town or wherever it may be. So he was fitting in there, but in the limited time he got. But with Bielsa, you have to understand that Bamford was his man and still is, as you can tell now. Bamford is his guy. And Eddie was impressive when he got the minutes. But for me, I think he would have benefited staying for the rest of the season at Leeds. Just to experience more games, because he would have got more game time as the season went on, because it's 46 games in the Championship. He would have experienced just more first-team football that way. But I can understand if he had a route back into Arsenal, he spoke to Arteta and went back. But for me, he was a good Championship striker, and I think that's probably where he is now.
Do you know what, right? Real talk here. Like, when he went on loan, I thought that would be a good move for him. Yeah, and like, he done right. His minutes to goals ratio was pretty good.
It was, yeah.
But I always looked at Bamford, and I've always looked at Eddie and Nketiah and thought, you're too small to be that main guy. You have to be a number 2 striker, so like a 4-4-2. You're the like, my man wins the header.
Right. Like a Quinn and Phillips type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's a very instinctive striker, like very quick reactions in the box, Eddie.
Yeah.
But holding the ball up is shocking, and Bamford brings that all day long. Yeah, Bamford can score you a 20-yard screamer. Eddie ain't ever doing that, bruv. Eddie's goals are in the box. They're in the 8 to 12-yard section of the box. He ain't ever pinging an 18-yard goal. Yeah. Which is good in some ways, but if you want to play with him as the top boy, you're shafted. At least when Lacazette plays, Lacazette can hold the ball up. He can spin it around the corner. Eddie don't bring that, which is why I'm shocked that this manager, it's like it's his pet project, bro. It was Reece Nelson when he first came out. Oh, I can make Reece the next Sterling. Well, you can't. He's shit. Yeah. Go out on loan. And now he's gone away from Reece. And it just seems like every time we make that sub, it is Eddie that's coming on. I don't actually know if he scored a goal coming off the bench for us, like under this manager. I know he did under Wenger. I was at the game against Norwich. He won us the game. But I don't know whether he's actually done it under this manager. I'm not sure.
I mean, just as I remembered now, another confusing thing for me in regards to your team and Arteta is you had a goalkeeper that was in the form of his life and, was ready to be the number 1 now. It doesn't matter how long it took him. He's ready now. And as you can see for Villa, they lost today, but you're going to lose games. He's established himself now as a number 1. Why get rid of the one that's in form? It would be like having a striker that goes out injured who's, say, 30. Your next striker now who's 26, say, comes in and scores 20 goals. You're not going to sell the 26-year-old that scored 20 goals. You're going to get rid of the other one. You'll say thanks for everything you've done, but cheerio, we've got this guy now. He's ready. And that's what confused me. I can't believe that. And it was such a low fee as well. I don't know how long he had on his contract.
Mate, it's a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. When I look at Sheffield United,
18.5 for Ramsdale.
Yeah, and but they also brought what's his name up front, Ryan Brewster.
For £7
million more than we sold Martinez. And like, bro, the amount of Arsenal fans that think Leno is some top class goalkeeper. I mean, what are you watching? Yeah. He's got one error leading to goal less than Jordan Pickford. And our fans don't rate Jordan Pickford. They think he's shit. So why do you think Leno?
No, he is shit. He is rubbish.
Yeah, they're both shit.
Yeah,
Let's be real. They're both shit. Yeah. And the thing is, I've been at so many games or watched so many games where you just look at Leno and you just think, bro, you're putting us on untold amount of drama. The game where we drew 2-2 at Watford, where everyone goes, oh, they had 30 shots on goal against us. Emery was out of his depth. Bro, he literally passed them in for a goal. The goalkeeper, he fucked it, passed it on the edge of the box. Man walked in and scored. Yeah, against Tottenham in the 4-2, both the goals conceded were his errors. Yeah, front stick, he could have caught one, he flapped it in. You know, like Chelsea at home, we were 1-0 up, we were cruising that game. Yeah, 60 odd minutes, 70 minutes gone, we're cruising, we're thinking, right, fuck Chelsea, yeah? And then he comes out and thinks he's Superman, misses the ball, and they score. Then they go on and win the game 5 minutes later. And it's like, it's so frustrating. When I watch Martinez, and this is what makes me laugh, the amount of people that sit there and go, oh, yeah, but Martinez has only played 10 games. Yeah. Why do you think he's the best keeper of this? Well, hang on a minute, mate. Our fans were knocking one out over Bukayo Saka after 2 games. Yeah. So don't come with this talk about 10 games. Yeah. I've seen enough from Leno to know that goalkeeper will never win a fucking league title. When he was in Germany, his goal, his errors leading to goal, he was the highest in the league every year. Yeah. He's come to England. He's the 3rd highest in the league since he's been here. Only De Gea, which I was shocked about, but saying that he's gone down a little bit until this season. And Pickford have got more. And like, it's weird because Martinez came out and I thought it was very classy what he did. He came out and said, look, I'm going to Villa. I want to put a video out to the fans and say thanks. Can you imagine though, yeah, you get your chance, right? You come in, you've made no errors whatsoever. You've made us look calm in defence with Mustafi and Louise, bruv, right? Yeah. And you're chilling, you're thinking, yeah, cool. We then go on and win the FA Cup with him being an integral part of it. You know, he's just got that calming presence. Yeah,
he's a commanding keeper. He's a commanding keeper, Martinez. Yeah,
he looks a lot bigger in goal than Leno. They're similar height, but Leno's like me, and he's like that. And what winds me up with it is like his distribution's unreal. I mean, look at the goal that Villa scored the other day, where he threw it straight out to Grealish, and then he bodied Bellerin. Yeah. That was from him. That was his quick vision. They're winning the game anyway. And he was like, no, we ain't going to sit on a 2-0. Let's go again. Yeah. And he got them going again. But it's a weird one because I see something the other day where he said that he texted Arteta after a conversation they had after the cup final. And after the cup final, Arteta said to him, like, not right after it, but like a few weeks later, before the Shield. And he said, I can't guarantee you're my number 1 this season. Yeah. So he's gone home, he's speaking to his wife and all that and blah, blah, blah. And he texted Arteta and said, oh, cool, I want to leave then. Yeah, make it happen. Don't fuck me about, make it happen. So even before he played in the Shield, yeah, he knew he was leaving. And he was quality in the Shield as well. It's, bruv, we sold the wrong keeper. And when people finally wake up and see it, which is always 6 months, a year after I say it anyway, same with Ozil. 3 years ago, I was cussing him and saying he was shit and finished. Everyone starts catching up. I've said it about this manager. Everyone will catch up. I'll say it about Leno. Everyone will catch up. Been saying it about Xhaka. They've all caught up. Yeah. And it just pisses me off because I can see that guy in the next year, 2 years going to a top team in this country and winning titles. And for me, that pisses me off because he could be doing that with us.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, Martinez, for me, I like goalkeepers like that, ones that when they come in to catch the ball, he catches the ball. You know what I mean? He'll clear people out as well. So there again, that was another thing where it just seemed like an Arsenal thing to do. Now you've sold an informed player when you were begging for people to be in form. So and also in terms of Aubameyang, I know that he works out left, but he isn't a good dribbler. He's not a good crosser of the ball. He's 31 now. Maintain him, make him play down the middle. I don't want to see him down the middle tomorrow. You can do it next week, but play him down the middle. He's a great goal scoring striker in the box. Why are you sticking him out on the left? How has he not got a shot on goal against Aston Villa at home? These things, I mean,
has had more shots on goal this season than Aubameyang and Lacazette. Harry Maguire is a centre back. Yeah, in a shit Man United team. Yeah, and he's had more shots. Do you know what pisses me off with that as well? It's like our fans sit there and go, "Oh, but it worked last season. He scored 29 goals." Yeah, that was last season. What's that doing for us this year, bruv? Yeah, you know, this season he's caught ozolitis, bruv. As soon as he signed that new deal, he was just like, "Boy, I can't be asked." Yeah, like it's mad. I don't blame him too much, if I'm honest. I do because if he doesn't score, he does fuck all. Yeah, but I don't blame him because he shouldn't be slide tackling at left back. He should be in that 6-yard box, tappings in.
The positions he's in it's not on him. He's only doing what he's been asked to do, and that is be out
I
on
rate
the left.
him for that because he's adopting what the manager's told him to do. But if I was him and he had an elite mindset, which I don't think he has, listen, he's a fucking
he doesn't. No, he doesn't. And I want to put this to you as well, because it's great for you that he signed there for 3 years. But for me, Aubameyang, with the way that he scores goals, he should have been looking to go, you know what? I want to go to a team that's challenging for something. And he didn't. He was happy to stay where. I don't know, but then he would have been free to go at the end of this season. So he might have had a bit more of a choice where to go. He has another good season at Arsenal, and then he gets a choice to go somewhere for free. But that's what I mean. It was good for you that he stayed, but for me, it just showed me that he's just happy, he's settled, he's content. He's content. There was no new signings at the time, so there wasn't like no, you're going to get me this player, this player, this player. He signed knowing that, hey, there's probably not much coming in. It's going to be Willian, Gabriel, and maybe Patty, you know.
I kind of agree. I'm not convinced there was clubs in for him. There was reports Barcelona wanted him. They couldn't even afford Memphis Depay, bruv, let alone Aubameyang.
No.
You know, they're fucked, that club. They're more fucked than us right now. You know, Messi's leaving on a free next summer. Their president's gone and all that one. So they're in turmoil. But then there was talk about Inter Milan. I mean, would Inter Milan really want him when they've got Lukaku smashing fucking record after record out there? You know, Lukaku was their quickest striker ever to 20 goals. And look at the strikers they've had at Inter over the years. Quickest to 20. I think he's the quickest to 50 as well. But I'm not sure they wanted him. The thing that winds me up is like when Emery was here, and I know I keep comparing it, but I think it's a fair comparison because Emery took over a shit team that had finished 5th with shit players. This manager's come in when we finished 5th, that had just been battered in the Europa League with shit players or less shit players, and won an FA Cup. So for me, Arteta done all right winning the cup, of course, but a cup, it's a lottery, bruv. Like we got lucky at Sheffield United. They had 2 goals disallowed for offside. VAR. Take VAR out, we get knocked out against Sheffield United. You know? So and then in the final, Pulisic pulled a hamstring as he was about to score. You know, so it's mad. And then they got a second yellow for nothing. So, but with Aubameyang, I look at Aubameyang and I think like your movement in the penalty box is the best in the Premier League by none. Like, no, I love Aguero. I love watching Aguero play football. I love watching Harry Kane play football, even though he plays for that lot. Yeah, them 3 for me as strikers, they're clear. Nobody can get them 3 because maybe Danny Ings is starting to get his way up there. But
no. I put Vardy in there too.
Oh, sorry, Vardy is. Yeah, how did I miss Vardy? Yeah, there's a Leicester fan in my chat as well. Go mad in a minute. But but yeah, them ones are they're the clear ones. Yeah. But Aubameyang's movement is easily the best in a penalty box out of all of them. Yeah, in and around that 6 to 18-yard box, his movement, his runs, which makes it even more baffling. Like you said, he can't fucking dribble. He can cross, to be fair to him. Yeah, but it's a little bit inconsistent, but it's not as bad as Bellerin. But it's like, why are you wasting one of the best strikers in Europe on the left? Vardy would not play left wing under fucking Brendan Rodgers, mate. Yeah, make a formation. And this is why when our fans sit there and slag off Lampard and go, oh, he's shit. Yeah, they just spent loads of money. Well, they've spent less than us in the last 6 years. Look at their squad. Look at our squad, yeah? And they've scored 22 goals now this season, and they've conceded the same as us. We've scored 9. How can Lampard do something there where they're not even firing? I mean, Werner missed 2 fucking sitters today, bro.
He did,
He's not even firing, but they're still the league's top scorers. Yeah, but they're still keeping it tight at the back and conceded the same as us and played a game more. Yeah, so he's done something there where he's incorporated some of his better players, and Havertz ain't even getting in the team because I think he's injured actually. But he ain't getting in the team. They've their team today, when I see their lineup, they didn't have Thiago Silva. He's out injured. Kante was captain, which is a weird one because he ain't a talker. Yeah, and it was a bit of a weird team, but they still won the game. They weren't great. They ground it out, and that's the first win they've had at Newcastle for fucking years. So they've kind of turned the corner. When we go into games, when the lineup comes out tomorrow, brother, I swear. Yeah. Rant said something to me the other day. Yeah, this is real. It's real talk. He hit the fucking nail on the head. He said to me, when the Man United 11 comes out, we're all arguing over what the formation is and where the players are playing. It's exactly the same at Arsenal. You as a Leeds fan will know your 11 tomorrow if they're fit. Yeah, you'll know that. Yeah, Wolves will know their 11 if they're fit. Tottenham will know theirs. Chelsea, City, if they're all fit, you know, Aguero's back in the team and Jesus on the bench. Liverpool, if they're fit. Everton, if they're fit. Why is it us and United? Maybe it's Saka, or maybe Saka's. Is Tierney at centre back? You don't know until you actually see him lining up on the pitch as to what the formation. That's embarrassing for a manager that's been there for a year next month. You don't know his best team, don't know his best formation. It's a joke, bruv. I'm fuming, bruv. I can't lie. I fucking can't stand it. Yeah, tapas Pulis out, bruv. But let's get into the game tomorrow. Let's get into the game tomorrow. What are you thinking? Like, do you think you're going to beat us? Like, firstly, I can see that smile. You're like, yeah, fuck, I can't wait to mash you up tomorrow.
You know what the good thing is, though? I'm in a winning position because if I say that we're going to win and we win, it looks great. If I say we're going to win and we lose, it's like, well, you're Arsenal, we're Leeds, so no harm, no foul. But yeah, I do feel we'll win. I think the only reason why is because with the way that you play, and I've heard so many this week talking about we've conceded a lot of goals, and that's true. But at the same time, you don't score any goals, so that's true too. You know, when if anyone has said to me at this stage that Patrick Bamford has scored 2 goals less than your whole team, I would never have believed them. You know what I mean?
Son's scored the same as our whole team.
Yeah, Son's moved up now. Yeah, he's
bad. But saying that, bruv, Bamford has scored. If we lose 2-0 tomorrow and Bamford scores both, he's bro. I'm leaving the chat. I'll deactivate, bro. I can't.
Nah, man. You stay where you are, man. So now, listen. It's funny. You say 2-0. That's a score that I believe that will be tomorrow. That's my prediction.
We'll score.
If you play the way that you have been playing, unless you've made some dramatic changes over the last couple of weeks, then no, because I see you guys counter and you look like you're running through mud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all well and good being a good counter-attacking team, but you've got to have a bit of pace in there. And then your transitions are so slow. I just can't see, because we will scurry back before you guys can work out what you're doing next. So that's why I believe it could be 2-0 tomorrow. Bamford to get one.
The way you've explained that makes total sense. Do you think that? Because when I watched Tottenham earlier, and Everton at times this season, Liverpool we know are fluid as fuck, but they're a settled, starting 11 champions and whatever. Yeah. But when I've watched Everton this season, I think like, boy, you were ripping Tottenham a new one at the Lane. Yeah, first game of the season with a midfielder in his debut, just come from Italy. He didn't need a transitional period. Yeah, nope. He didn't need none of this fucking loan. Why doesn't our manager need a transitional period first and foremost? Like, why can't he fuck off on loan? Like, can't we loan the manager out? Yeah, but Allen got man of the match there. But they were pinging it around pretty patterns. Then you look at Tottenham today. Yes, people say they parked the bus, and technically they did, but they were mad threatening on the attack, bruv. Like every time they went forward, they had a 4-on-2. Yeah? And when you've got Kane running over halfway, you've got Bergwijn, you've got fucking Son. And he did a masterstroke by putting Son right wing today, not left wing. Yeah. He would have normally done that the other way. He put Bergwijn left just to fuck him up even more. Yeah. But when I see how quick they go from back to front, and then I see how slow we go from back to front, you're right. It's like they're running in quicksand. And then when you've got Aubameyang on the left, I mean, bruv, if you want to play counter-attacking football, let me ask you a question. I ask this to everyone. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. What is Arsenal's best front three?
Right. Yeah, with everyone fit, yeah?
Everyone fit. What's Arsenal's best front three?
Saka, Aubameyang, Martinelli.
Interesting. You picked 2 out of 3 that I'd pick. Let me ask you another question then.
Right.
What's Arsenal's best front 4?
God.
So if you went with a number 10 and then you went a front 3 after that.
Okay, well, with what you've got now, and I know he's not registered, but I'd put Ozil there.
Oh,
and I say that only because you now do have a Thomas Partey that can sit back and let someone like Ozil with the creative freedom in front, and that's the only reason why. Because Ozil, I know he's declined a lot, but I still think he'd be able to pick a pass for Aubameyang up front.
Yeah, I see. I'm not having that, bro. I can't have Ozil.
Who's your number 10? And if you say that spin, if you say that spinning tops the bias.
Oh, bruv, he can jog on, bruv. He can go and eat his play as Estrella and all that one, bruv. I'm on the fucking Cruz Campo. Fuck it. Fuck Estrella, bruv. I came off Estrella and started going with Cruz Campo because of that prick. Kylie Minogue spinning around, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
If I went for a front 3, it'd be Martinelli, Pepe, Abba. Freddie Ljungberg has played that front 3 at West Ham away, and they all scored and we won the game, yeah? We've never seen it since. If we wanted a number 10, I'd plop Saka in there. Yeah, then you've got the protection of Partey. You've got somebody who can actually run and dribble with Saka at number 10 because Ozil slows us right down for me. Yeah, not good enough. Yes, he might have a good left foot here and there. Not for me. That ship sailed. Pepe don't even know what day it is after time and trips over the ball, but he is fucking brilliant.
I want to ask you about Pepe. Okay, he's brilliant when he's good. There we go.
Yeah.
You see, and that's another thing as well that a lot of your fans are, and you know how you said that you're delusional and stuff like that in general. By the way, it's this thing as well. Playing well in the Europa League is akin to playing well in the Carabao Cup. So Pepe could score 3 goals against Morecambe, but that doesn't mean that he should be able to play in the Premier League. And he's been playing against teams like Dundalk and Molde, and last year some Portuguese team where he scored 2 free kicks or whatever it was.
Yeah, Victoria.
But when you look at him, and I'll ask you this because I asked this to a lot of Arsenal fans, if he wasn't so expensive, 72 million, do you think that he would be out right now back in France on loan with a view to a permanent move to get out of the club? Because, and I say that, Lee, because 3 managers that you've had, 3 coaches, haven't fancied him for whatever reason it is. They must see something where they just don't trust the guy. And Ljungberg, I know it was a very short period, but again, he didn't use him for a majority of the time that he had the post. Emery didn't want him. Arteta now, you see his team when he sets out for the league, Pepe's always on the bench. So, I mean, what do you think in there?
We got ripped off on the price because he ain't 72 million. Yeah, definitely not. 40 million, 45, around that sort of figure maybe. But it's interesting because if he had cost 30 million quid, then 35, something like that, then maybe we would have loaned him out with an option to buy it. But it's mad because Unai Emery never wanted him. The board brought that player. We wanted Zaha. I didn't. I don't rate Zaha. I think he's shit, bruv. Yeah.
Nah, Zaha is nice, man.
Dead. His output is dead.
The man had Benteke up front trying to finish.
Bruv, we got Benteke, the French version. I swear we got the French Benteke up front, bruv. Zaha, for me, he glides past players. For me, he only turns up when he fancies it, and that is normally against Man United and normally against Arsenal. The rest of the games, bruv, I've seen him fuck it. He is shit, bruv. When he don't fancy it, and people can say it's Palace and he ain't got the players around him. How many goals does he score a season? Nowhere near what Pepe scored for us last season. Yeah, Pepe got 8 goals, 10 assists last season. That's his debut season being fucked about by 3 managers. Yeah, in and out, bruv. He's never played more than 5 games in a row for Arsenal. Pepe scored 8 goals, 10 assists.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. There's a reason for that, though, isn't there? But we don't know at this point.
The manager didn't. Then the manager got sacked by the club. Then the guy who fucking brought him, Ralstonelli, got sacked for having his hand in the till because of the deal. Yeah,
allegedly. Yeah.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, we don't want no. We don't want Arsenal on our case or anything, shutting the channel. Allegedly. Yeah. So then that guy got sacked. Now Arteta's come in and gone, boy, I'm going to get Willian on free. Like that is a whole £72 million fuck up. So when people sit there and blame the owner, I don't necessarily blame the owner, because Emery wanted Zaha. Even though I didn't want him, go and give him Zaha. He said he's ready to win games now, not next year. I want to win games now. He never got him. Sinelli got allegedly a little backhander, and he left the club. So the guy who got him is now no longer here. The manager never wanted him, hence why he never played him. Yeah, so them two are now gone. The player's still here. Freddie comes in and played him here and there. He only had 6 games, and then Arteta comes in. Arteta goes, boy, I ain't really playing him. I don't fancy him. I'd rather play Reece Nelson out there. Like, you're taking a piss. Reece Nelson, Farm Foods Awobi, bruv, You're playing him on fucking right wing. That guy is shit, Nicola Pepe bags a screamer against Brighton. That fun, when he whips in and ping, he done it against West Ham under Freddie. It's his trademark. He drops a shoulder, ping, bruv. Luke Shaw is still spinning from the way you fucked him up at the Emirates, And that's why when he came off against Dundalk the other day, even though it was only Dundalk, I'm thinking, boy, you took him off after 65s, Cool. Luke Shaw's going to have nightmares tonight, He fucking put him on the bench and never brought him on. And I'm like...
Yeah.
But then our fans, because we're so starved of anything decent in the league, we go and beat Man United 1-0 with a penalty, Pogba fucking up. Yeah, it was a penalty. It was a weak penalty, but it's still a penalty.
It was a penalty,
we'd be fuming. Yeah, the same as United fans were, but it's a penalty.
Yeah.
And our fans are going on like it was beating the treble winners, bruv,
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, boy, if we hadn't got that penalty at all, we would have had one fucking shot on target, and that was from 30 yards. Yeah, straight down the throat.
Well, that's the other thing. You guys, I mean, in general, and we can only go by what we see on social media and YouTube and all this stuff. When you win, it's always top 4 talk, but when you lose, everybody's crap and they need to leave. There's no in between with the fan base. It seems
it's so reactionary, brother. Yeah, talk right. I'll list you right now the players I'd keep if I was in charge. Yeah, Maitland-Niles. Yeah. Out of the ones we've got now, not because I'd love to bring Martinez back. I'd actually go and buy him back. Yeah. But Maitland-Niles, I'd keep.
Yeah.
Tierney, definitely. I think he's brilliant. Yeah.
Okay.
Gabriel, I'd keep. Saliba. That should be our back 4. That's the back 4 there. Leno, you'd have to keep because we ain't got no fucker else. Then you go into midfield. Thomas Partey, keep. That's probably about it. If I'm being honest, in midfield, centre midfield. Yeah. Smith Rowe, perhaps. I think Smith Rowe under Unai Emery, Smith Rowe was fucking good.
Smith Rowe, I mean, I can tell you firsthand in the Championship, man, him and Carlin Grant for Huddersfield kept Huddersfield afloat. Without them two, Huddersfield would have probably got relegated. They literally dragged them up.
We ain't seen him play a game under this manager, bruv. He's regressed. All of our youngsters have regressed. I keep Saka. Yeah, I think he's superb. Yeah, but again, for me, he's regressed. Yeah, he's not kicked on. Yeah. Whereas when Emery gave him his chance, he was flying down that wing, mate. Yeah. This season alone, he's played 4 different positions.
Yeah.
Why? He's a fucking left winger. He's a kid. You're going to confuse the boy. He's a left winger. Don't play him right wing. Don't play him number 10. Although I would play him number 10.
You would have played him number 10. Yeah.
He's played him at CM. He's played him at left wing back. He's played him left wing. He's played him right wing. You're confusing that kid. He needs to grow up as a 19-year-old boy in one position and go and make it your own for the next 10 years. Yeah, I'd keep him. I'd keep Pepe. I think Pepe's got world-class ability, bruv. Yeah, and I think genuinely, if you give that guy 10 games straight, he would get the confidence levels right up. Imagine this. Yeah? He scores against Brighton. The next game he's dropped. He scores against Man United. Next game he's dropped. Every time he fucking scores, he's dropped. What's he thinking in his head, bruv?
Yeah, I mean,
dropped.
Yeah, I get that, and I
keep it. Other than that, the rest can fuck off, man.
Yeah. I mean, and that's probably the right list. I mean, Pepe though, I just don't see it. And I said this last year. I was
Martinelli estate.
Yeah, of course. But with Pepe, last year, and 2 months ago, I was saying, you give people time and you say maybe they need to settle. But I was just looking at him, and it's nothing to do with his facial expression, nothing to do with like negative body language. I just look at him and I just think he's not about the Premier League. Like whatever it is, he just doesn't look like he's about it consistently enough, and certainly not for 72 million. And also the knock-on effect that you've also had with Pepe, and you probably know this already, but when he was after Owa, the Leon president is saying, hey, they spent 72 million on Pepe. Owa's much better than Pepe, so we need to see that kind of money. He's hamstrung you going forward. The whole deal for Pepe at the minute is stinks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not his fault, and the price tag isn't his fault. But unfortunately, you're a 72 million pound player. People are gonna give you 72 million pound rating. So when you're not performing consistently, or you're losing the ball, tripping over your own feet,
perform consistently when you've never played more than 5 straight games. You score, you assist. Like, I'll give you an example. He came off the bench against Sheffield United, and won us the game. He won. His goal was the winning goal, I think. I might be wrong. It might have been the third. Either way, he fucking come off the bench and scored. He scored. I think it was the winner because I think Saka got the header from Bellerin before that. So his goal was technically the winning goal. The very next game, bruv, against Man City, benched.
But this is exactly that's the question, and I think you're only gonna ever find that out once he's left or once Arteta's left. That's when you're gonna find out what was the disconnect with Pepe, because someone is gonna ask the question. It has to be asked. You can't have a 72 million pound asset just sitting on the bench for whatever reason it is.
Yeah, but this is what pisses me off with these players, because I mean we don't really get to see behind the scenes, of course, but we're just coming back to Aubameyang from earlier when we said about the elite mindset and all that. If I'm Aubameyang, yes, I'm doing what my boss is telling me to do, and he is doing it. He's not getting in that box, bruv. He's getting at left back, slide tackling, and helping fucking Saka out. And it's like, why are we playing, bruv? Only Lewandowski, Messi, and Ronaldo have scored the same or more goals than him in the last 5 years. And we're playing him at fucking left back, basically. But if I'm him, I'm going, yo, boss, I'm doing what you're telling me to do, but I've scored 1 goal this season. I scored 29 last season. People are going to sit there and start saying, you know, we can already see the rumblings online. He's caught ozolitis. He's fucking signed the big deal. He don't care anymore. If I'm him, I'm banging that manager's door down saying, you need to do something different here. Because I want to play up front. People think that he was a left winger or a right winger at Dortmund. Bro, he played 10 games on the left wing for Dortmund. 10. It's the same with Pepe. If I'm Pepe, I'm smashing Arteta's door down saying, play me. Why are you playing Willian when he ain't scored all season? What's he done? But he keeps getting games. And that's why I don't rate this manager, because he's killed off Maitland-Niles. Every time Pepe scores, he drops him. Like a shit. Went 9 games without a goal, bruv, when he first came in, 9 fucking games without a goal in a row, Then he scored 2 in 2. The third game, he benched him. His man management is shocking. And it's up with a player revolts in. They're down tools. I think half of them have down tools, bruv. That's why there was a punch-up the other day. Danny Ceballos and Luiz having a fight. They're fucking...
And it's interesting you mentioned about Aubameyang and Pepe. They should be knocking on the doors. Do you think that they're doing that, though?
No, I don't. No, I don't. And I think that comes back to what you said about the elite mentality. I don't think Pepe's happy. I genuinely don't. I don't either. Pissed off every time he gets subbed, bruv. Like, and he must get the fucking ump. Like, if I'm coming off the pitch onto the pitch every single time I do get picked, and I'm affecting the game in some way, and then the very next game, I see the same fucking idiot that was at Chelsea, coming onto the pitch, running around doing nothing. Against Aston Villa, he made 2 forward passes, William. He's playing fucking right wing. 2 forward passes the whole game, bruv. If I'm seeing that, which he will be able to see, he'll have access to all of that, Pepe, because they'll do a breakdown in the meetings. He'll be able to see all that. I'd be sitting there going, boy, I want to get out of here, because it doesn't matter what I do, I'm never going to get in over Willian. That's a piss take, bruv.
And also with that as well, and I'm one of those that said the Willian deal was bad, but I thought he'd at least give you 1 year of production. I thought he'd be one. I thought 1 year he'd be good, and then maybe the next 2 he'll start to look a bit bad. And there's no saying that he's not going to stay. He's going to stay crap. I mean, he can always get better. But just like Bamford now, I mean, I always said that we need another striker, and I know Bamford's done great so far, but He could go the next 10 games without a goal. We just don't know these things. You know what I'm saying?
Who is your backup striker? Rodrigo, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, Rodrigo would come in,
Although he's
or
not a striker, really, is he?
yeah, or we'd bring in Gelhardt or your old strikers, Greenwood. We got from your yeah. I mean, because we can have no. We're all right there, man. It's all right. It's okay. We'll leave that. The phone's off. The phone's off.
Yeah, I reckon he's got nudes on Arteta, bruv. Don't worry about that. Yeah, bruv. Tomorrow you're going to see a lot of spinning around from Danny Ceballos, Arteta's love child. You're going to see Arteta's son starting at right back. Yeah. And if I was Bielsa, and Bielsa's not a dumb manager, bruv, and every time I see Arsenal play with Bellerin at right back, yeah, every fucking team, including Sean Dyche, bruv, yeah, they target that prat. Yeah, they go for him every time. Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, they get a result out of it, because if it's going to be him and Holden tomorrow, we're fucked. Yeah, we're shafted. Because what I noticed in the last couple of games is, I think Arteta in his head thinks that one-on-one, Holding can stand a man up a lot better than Bellerin. So every time Grealish was getting the ball, Bellerin was coming back into centre back. So they weren't jockeying us and then doubling up. He was going into centre back, yeah, and Rob Holding was going out to press. And I'm thinking, but bro, Rob Holding's not a fucking right back. Why would you make him do that job? And then Bellerin's not a centre back. They scored in 30 seconds, bruv. Yeah, and I knew then we were shafted. I knew then. Yeah, I could have just pulled the plug and said, I'm going to bed, because I knew we'd lose the game. And that's why I've got no faith in this manager. But I'm going to give a score prediction for this game. And listen, I think saying this, yeah, I actually think we're going to lose. And I never say that. Everybody, there's 700 people watching this, yeah. Firstly, smack the likes up. Follow Kagey. Link in the description. No, it's not. It's in the comment section pinned at the top. So go and subscribe to his channel. Let's get him up to 1,000 subs. How many subs you on, bro?
Not that many, man. Not anywhere near that many. It's still.
Don't worry, we're getting there, bro.
Yeah.
How many you got? Let's have a look. Don't tell me, bro. Why ain't it telling me? Oh, 487, 488. Come on, let's bang that up to well over 500. Top pinned comment. And everybody who does watch my streams on a regular knows I really only ever predict a loss against Liverpool or City. But I actually think we're going to lose. I genuinely do. I hope we don't. I hope we don't win. I hope we don't win. Somebody's going to fucking clip that, isn't it? I hope we don't win.
You've just given them the ammunition they needed now. That's it.
Yeah, I might have to edit that bit out. Somebody's fucking clipped it already. But, yeah, that'll do the rounds later. I hope we don't win. I hope I'm wrong. But real talk, it could go either way. Listen, we could see an Arteta masterclass tomorrow, and he's learnt from all the deficiencies and mistakes that he's had in him, and we could come and pump you 4-0.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, we could get pumped 4-0. Yeah. I'm gonna go 2-0. I don't think we're gonna score, mate.
Jeez.
Yeah, mate. Do you know what? That's tough for me to say that, you know, because I'm normally sitting there all week thinking, oh, we're not going to win. But then by the time I get round to the night before the game, I think, do you know what? Actually, fucking hell, Leeds ain't all that. And that. For so long, you know, the manager's a decent manager, but why has he not got a top job in the Premier League? Like blah blah, and all these little. I'm not mugging the manager off. I'd take him in a heartbeat, bruv.
The thing is with that, Lee, is that Bielsa wouldn't be able to go to Arsenal or things like that, because these are all star players who are very set in their ways. He was molding players that were looking up to him, and that's what he did. You asked like Laporte when he was at Bilbao, Mendy at Marseille from Man City. They love this guy because of his methods. I don't think he could go into an Arsenal dressing room and tell Pepe, hey, I need you to track back here. I need you to lose 10 pounds. Hey, like I said, I need you to lose some weight. I don't think it would work. So that's why I think that he wouldn't be able to go to a tippy-top team as, you know, one of the elite clubs. And I believe that.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You've just hit 500 subs, by the way. Come on, keep pumping that up. Let's do 600.
Cheers, guys.
Let's go. I'm not leaving. The show goes on. Let's read these super chats out real quick. The comment is pinned at the very top of this stream in YouTube. Make sure you hit the link on it. Takes you straight to the channel. Subscribe to the channel right now. Big up, Zane. Thank you for your generous donation as always, buddy. Did you see Spurs? Imagine they win the league. That's what happens when you sign Jose Mourinho, my friend. I would have fucking loved him. Do you know what? I can't lie, yeah. I fucking hate he's at Tottenham, but I can't hate him. I love him, bro.
I love Jose Mourinho. I love the guy. I know he's become a meme and everything now, but he gets the job done. You know, and big up that guy's name, massive. I see him on a lot of Arsenal streams, man. He's a good one, man. He's loyal to his guy.
I think that's what he should do. The man's dropping money like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Come and buy Arsenal save us. Thank you, man. Appreciate that as always, buddy. Hope you're having a nice weekend as well. Give me your score prediction, Zane. Leave them in the chat as well. Everybody else join in. Man says 3-2. How can a Chelsea fan predict Leeds to win? Disgusting. Disgusting. The history between your clubs, bruv, and you're predicting that lot to win. You're a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. I love you, mate. I love you, Nippon. But that's a disgrace. What was it? The 1970 Cup final, was it?
I have no idea. That's before my time, man. Yeah. But we've got one now because Lampard's there, and you know he gave us the big one when he was at Derby and everything else like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it all stemmed from the fucking cup final in 70. I think it was 90. It might be wrong. It must have been 70 because we won it the fucking 71. Yeah, it was the year before we won it. Yeah, all kicked off. Makes me laugh when people don't think Spurs are in a title race. Who are we to judge who's in a title race anyway? Big up Lee Gio. Bruv, our fans are sitting there fucking shitting their pants, mate, because I'll tell you something now, yeah? If they take us apart in a couple of weeks at White Hart Lane, their fucking messiah, Tapas Pulis, is finished. He's done out here. And all of a sudden, these people that have called us rats, these people that have sat there saying we want us to lose, sitting there saying that we don't know about football, all of a sudden they're going to have to go down the other route of Arteta out. The day they do, they're all finished on social media, every single one of them. Big up to everybody who is subscribing. Make sure you do. Man says 4-0 to Leeds. Fucking hell. 2-2. What's predicted Leeds, you know? Man said 2-2. Desmond.
I think people just love this, man. There you go.
Only one. We're back to Leeds. Back to Leeds. Manuel saying Leeds, bruv. Yeah, another Leeds. Everyone's predicting Leeds, bruv. This is 0-0. I'll take it. That's how far we've fallen, bruv. The fact that, no disrespect to your team, because you play good football, but the fact that the Arsenal are going to Leeds United and we're shitting our pants.
Yeah.
That's not why we smashed down that beautiful stadium, bruv.
Oh, no, man. I know. That's what I'm talking about. And you talk about that. I remember those games at Highbury and everything else like that. I remember your teams from there, and that's why the drop. It's nuts to me. It's just nuts.
We got ad over, mate. Trust me. Can Chelsea win the league? What do you reckon?
Yeah, because as much as I don't like Lampard, I think he's very entitled and everything else like that, and he's very hypocritical. He knows when he needs to change something. He knew that Kepa wasn't the answer. He got Mendy in. You know what I mean? He's got a really good centre back there in Tomori, who he also had at Derby. He took him on loan there. And he's not even playing him. He's got talent in abundance at Chelsea. They've got a really good squad, so anything's possible.
They'll walk away with it.
Yeah. I mean, and it hasn't even clicked properly now. It's not clicking. It hasn't clicked fully now, and they've got 5 clean sheets or something like that in a row, 4 or 5.
Oh mate, it's mad. That goalkeeper can have a cigar on every game. It's a fucking joke. It is. It's a joke. I didn't even have Thiago today. I don't think he had to make a save. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
And their attack is the best attack in the Premier League. They've scored the most goals, and they ain't even clicked. They haven't in the team, bro.
Yeah, they haven't even hit 4th gear yet. So it is possible. Tottenham. I know this is an Arsenal channel and everything else like that, but we talk football here.
Oh, bro, listen, I've got probably more Chelsea fans in this chat right now than Arsenal.
Yeah, Tottenham. Jose Mourinho is in that mode where he could actually 1-0 this league.
Oh, all day long. He's a genius, bro.
Yeah.
Neftali, my guy. Thank you, man. Hope you had a lovely birthday weekend as well, my guy. Hopefully, the Banter Club don't roll into Ellen Road and fuck you up and ruin it. If they do, I apologise in advance. At least the watch along will be lit because we only profit off losses apparently. But there we go. PK came off injured tonight and it looked serious. Mustafi to Barca. Bruv, I laughed at that the other day, but then I thought, you know what? They have only got 3 centre backs. They need a centre back. Now he's injured. They're going to sign Mustafi. Can you imagine Mustafi? Our fans are sit there and go, "Oh, maybe he was great after all. He's gone to Barcelona." Yeah, fucking dibs, man. I swear, mate. The amount of people predicting Leeds is mad.
Yeah, it's a different league as well.
Big up DJ Fury. I knew he wouldn't let me down. 2-1, he says. Okay. Come on, big up the real ones.
Yeah, Mustafi could thrive at Barcelona. It's a different league, so you know he can look better. The pace isn't as frantic in La Liga, so yeah, he very well could go to Barcelona. It's not far fetched.
Bro, I'm sorry, this is a madness, bro. Yeah, look at this. Bielsa probably spending all night reviewing tactics and listening to
a good old Spygate one, right?
Very quickly, let me get your thoughts on that before we wrap this up, because that was against Derby, wasn't it?
It was against every team. It's just that Derby was the ones that caught the guy.
Even though you can't go to you can go to the training ground. It's on the fucking main road. Do you reckon he's done that with us?
No. When he got caught, he apologized and said that he would never do it again. It's just that something that he had done, like many other coaches in Argentina and Spain. They've done it elsewhere. Jose Mourinho used to do it. So, you know, but he got caught and he hasn't done it since now.
Okay, now fair enough. Right, listen, you're sat on 519 subs. I am not leaving until that hits 600. So if 81 people would go and subscribe to his channel right now, that'd be great, because it is 25 to midnight in Spain, and I would like to go to bed at some point. Go on the camera, subscribe. The link is at the top of the chat. It's the pinned comment. I'll read some more comments out while we're here, and you're doing that. Get it up to 600. Come on, let's get it done. Leeds don't need to spy on us. They know we're crap.
I want everyone to know now. I know that there's a big reality that you guys could have got your act together and come to Ellen Road tomorrow and win. So me laughing at that is just going off your previous games so far, where you've been very poor.
Right, even if we win, let's be real, we should be beating Leeds United. Yeah, I was watching Rance and Saeed earlier on their watch along, bro. I swear, man was pissed off one glass of wine. You know, he was ripping Saeed, bro. He was ripping him, and then fucking they got a penalty, and I was like, Bruno's gonna miss. Yeah, and he fucking missed, and then they gave him another penalty, bro, because he was off the line, the keeper. And they won 1-0. But no, it's funny, because he said the same. It goes, everyone will get gassed that we beat West Brom. We should fucking batter West Brom. Yeah. Same tomorrow. If we win, all of these pricks that run their mouth about fucking people not wanting the manager in will all be fucking out of their woodwork tomorrow, going, he's proved you wrong. He's proved you wrong. Leeds United, with all due respect, you've just come up. Yeah. We should be fucking beating you. Yeah. So it's mad, bro. I don't get it. Let's do 3 more comments while everyone's subscribing to your channel. 531. Come on, let's keep going, man. 69 more. 69. Favorite digits. 68.
Great number.
1,000 if we stay here for another hour, mate.
No. Everyone's got somewhere to go, man.
No, that's true. Big up the McManus, real one. Hope you're well, man. Hope you and wifey and Stevenage are well. Hope you're good, mate. 1-0 to the Arsenal. No shot on goal. A Aubameyang penalty in the 89th. Big up yourself. Well, I'll take it. Let's do a couple more. No need to spy on Arsenal. We're like an open book. It's true, man. Everyone knows how we're going to play. And let's be honest, like I said, some of these players are down tools, and Thomas Partey being out tomorrow. I mean, Dani Ceballos and fucking Xhaka. Jesus Christ. Right, mate, I've seen milk turn quicker than Granit Xhaka. It is mad. Geezer is shit, and he's lucky he still plays for this club.
And have you noticed sneakily, now that the fans aren't back, he's been getting that captain armband?
Yeah, mate, bruv, the chat room will tell you. Yeah.
Okay,
right. Sticking the finger up, I said, don't ever play this geezer for this club again. He should fuck off. And I said, but he won't fuck off. Yeah. When Arteta come in and put his arm around him, I said, I guarantee you next season, i.e. this season, he will be captain.
Yeah.
The chatter, fucking see, I see these things 6 months down the road, mate. Yeah, before and then everyone catches up, and it's mad. It's absolutely mad. Right, we're going to do one more comment. I'm going. You're nearly on 550, bruv. Come on,
good, man. That's good.
537. Big up, Anthony. Lee is funnier than Mikel South. Lee is funny that Mikel Southgate. No, it's Mike L. Mike L, bro.
L, yes.
Mike L for loss, loser. And we'll end on that one because I do think we're going to lose, sadly. But there you go. Thanks for coming on, bruv. Appreciate it. And you're always
pleasure,
welcome,
man.
And
Pleasure, man.
anytime you want to get me on your channel, I'll fully come on and support it, bruv.
Yeah, man. And big up everyone in the chat, man. Thanks for interacting.
We'll end up on this one. Thank you very much, DJ Crane. Real ones out everywhere. Mash the likes up as well. Why spy on Arsenal, spy on Arteta, and let us know what he puts in his hair. 100% it's a wig. No wonder he's upset of leaked news. Bro, man's bald. Watch this, bruv. Watch this. Watch. Man's bald, bruv. I ain't even fucking with you. Did I delete it? I must have deleted. Don't tell me I deleted it. Look, man's bald, bruv.
Come on, man.
Hey, watch this one. Yeah, look, somebody made this. Big up, Eric. Tapas Pulis, bruv.
Oh, man, that's your Twitter picture, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Twitter. Big up, Eric, who made that for me. Yeah, look, Zoolander, Dua Lipa. That's our right back, bruv. Just target him tomorrow. Yeah. Come on, we need a 12th man here. We fucking will. Jesus Christ, we might need 12 to beat you. but Lee, we need Vinnie Jones at CDM, bruv. I'd bring him into the team right now. Vinnie Jones will start snapping ankles now, bruv. He'd still be our best midfielder. But listen, thanks for coming on, man. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You always show every guest mad love. So do appreciate that. And well, thank you to everyone who has gone and subscribed to his channel as well. 538 you're on, yeah? Which has gone up at least 50, I think 50.
Yeah, man.
40.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you. Because it's not just going to be. It's not just going to be Leeds United talk, man. I talk all football. I watch all the football games in Premier League, so I know about every club. So you're not just going to get one biased point of view. I can look at things objectively, as you can see.
Yeah, man. What's your Twitter handle, man?
Same thing, KGPOV.
Yeah, there you go. Go and follow him on Twitter as well. Thanks to everyone. Don't forget, I will be back for the watch along tomorrow afternoon. I'll be going live just before the teams are announced, and then Chig will join me. Is Turkish live, is he? You guys are saying Turkish is live. Is that true? Let me double check, and you can go and harass Turkish. Let me see. Turkish Arsenal. Yes. Go to Turkish right now. Say, Lee Gunner sent you. I want you to spam his chat. Look, see, I keep talking, the more super chats come in, bro. My guy, big up yourself, my guy. Thank you very much for your generous donation. Aubameyang. Hopefully we see some of that tomorrow. Big up yourself, brother. And thank you to Anshuman Panda. 3-0 Arsenal, just because if they win, Meltdown's going to be unreal after you lose versus Spurs. It's just AFTV and chill afterwards. Bro, if I tell you, if William's in the starting 11, bro, you make sure you're locked on tomorrow, because I'm going to rip Arteta a new one. But thank you very much. But listen, go and spam Turkish's chat. Lee Gunner sent you. Latest, peeps.